What is up, YouTube? It's Onion Bomb here. Welcome back to another Honkai reaction video. This is gonna be my third video, and man, the other two went over well. And today we are continuing with the playlist that I was sent through some animations and some extra things here. So I got a few animations we're gonna watch. I think the first one here is going to be more of an information one. It's longer than the normal ones. I think it's the longest one yet. It's 14 minutes. There are gonna be, to the looks of it, some more. We are gonna get to some animated shorts eventually. But yeah, let's get back to it. If you missed the first two, make sure you check those out if you want to. This is called Thunder Reborn Honkai Operation Center Chapter 2 Honkai Impact 3rd. Let's get into it. Last time it was a little louder than I anticipated. I apologize. I still kind of had a mixing issue, so if I kind of like look to check that and adjust it on the fly here, that's why. But I think I got something good going.
Greetings, Captain. Welcome back to Honkai Operation Center.
Hello.
In recent stories of Honkaiimpact 3rd, Mei has been the center of stage.
Oh.
She returned to the city of Nagazora, regained her Herrscher powers, and once again became the Queen of Thunder.
The Queen of Thunder.
How did this heiress of a multi-billion-dollar corporation turn into a Herrscher? What did she experience and witness? To answer these questions, we have divided Mei's journey into 4 parts: Origins, Valkyrie, Arc Fugitive, and Returning to Nagazora. Mei Raiden was born on April 13, 1997 in the city of Nagazora. Her father, Ryoma Raiden, was the head of Massive Electric Corporation. Mei's mother, however, passed away when she was young, and her name remained a mystery. Mei was enrolled in the elite high school of Chiba Academy. Only children of rich, powerful, and connected people could hope to study there. And Mei Raiden happened to be one of them, and she was so much more. She was beautiful, and intelligent. Everyone in school idolized her. But this didn't last forever. Disaster struck ME Corp that her father owned. Ryoma Raiden became a criminal, guilty of economic fraud, and went missing to avoid arrest. Mei's life was turned upside down. Her classmates and even teachers turned cold and ostracized her. That was when she learned that their friendship and adulation were only reserved for her family fortune and prestige. And those
That's
had
crazy.
when her father ran away.
The snakes.
Left alone to face an uncaring world, Mei soon became extremely jaded and started.
So she's, her mother died. Her father just abandoned because he was like a fraud, and so she's just alone now. Damn.
Hearing a voice echoing in the darkness. It promised terrible powers. This world deserves to be destroyed. She chose to become a Herrscher and ignited the 2014 Honkai outbreak in Nagazora. Millions died as a result.
Wow.
While Mei reveled in her new powers, a mysterious silver-haired transfer student named Kiana Kaslana suddenly appeared to stop her. Instead of trying to kill Mei for destroying the city, Kiana appealed to her human conscience. With her help, Mei successfully subdued the Herrscher within, and Kiana quickly became a close friend.
Okay. I was gonna say, it seemed like they had some backstory, but like it was almost making it sound like she just kind of showed up and like tried to stop her, but no, so that this is before. So she I mean, igniting the what they call the Herrscher thing that killed like 1 million people. I mean, a slight oof, slight mistakes, but if she came back.
Met Bronya, and the three of them worked together to flee the stricken city. They were then taken into custody by Himiko, a Valkyrie of Shiksal's Far East branch. Teresa Apocalypse, who's in charge of the Far East branch, used all her powers and resources to enroll the 3 girls into her own Valkyrie training school, St. Freya High. And that was Mei Raiden, an ex-heiress once worth billions who lost both her parents, became ostracized, acquired Herrscher powers, destroyed a city, met 2 very good friends, and started training to become a Valkyrie and defend the world against the Honkai. Mei was ever fearful of the Honkai within her, and agreed to let Himiko implant a heart bomb. The bomb has a
Heart
sensor
bomb?
that will start a countdown if it detects Hersher impulses within May. During her training, May and her friends, Kiana and Bronya, took on many missions that included stopping an ancient Honkai monster, Chio, and recovering a runaway battleship known as the Selene. May also demonstrated her superb cooking abilities. She even learned to play video games. But things would once again turn for the worst. Shortly after graduating as fully minted Valkyries, May, Kiana, and Bronya were sent to Shikshal's Oceania branch to recover a Hersher core, the Gem of Desire. The gem was placed in an ex-Valkyrie named Wendy, who served as its human vessel. But Wendy eventually lost control and became a Hersher herself. While the young Valkyries battled Wendy, Kokolia from Shiksal's rival faction, Anti-Entropy, ambushed them, using a brain chip implant to control Bronya and capture both Wendy and May. While May was held as a prisoner to be experimented upon for her Hersher powers, Bronya chose to sacrifice herself by burning out her brain chip so that Kiana and the others could rescue May and escape. May soon realized that her friends often suffered grievously just to save her. A sense of helplessness and a matching desire to get stronger began to grow in her heart. That wasn't the end of the bad news. As Teresa and the Far East branch worked around the clock to wake Bronya from her coma, Shiksal overseer Otto Apocalypse suddenly abducted Kiana and took her to his secret headquarters. It turned out that the overseer always had a secret plan of reviving a Hersher known for her burning hatred against humanity. May, once hopeful that she could protect the world as a Valkyrie, realized that she simply wasn't strong enough. Bronya went into a coma to save her. Kiana was kidnapped, and her ultimate superior, Otto Apocalypse, turned out to be a scheming supervillain who would soon unleash a terrible Honkai disaster upon the entire planet. Once again, May's life entered another pivotal moment. Kiana was revealed to be an artificial clone designed by Otto that served one purpose only: to serve as a vessel to Sirin, the second Hersher who was defeated in the year 2000. To rescue Kiana and stop the impending Honkai eruption, Teresa of the Far East branch rebelled against Overseer Otto. May also became part of the alliance forged by Teresa and Anti-Entropy. And together they fought their way into the headquarters of Shiksal itself. While battle raged, Sirin began to stir in her slumber. The second Hersher gradually assumed control over Kiana's body and summoned a horde of Honkai beasts. To help clear the way to the possessed Kiana, Teresa decided to remove the heart bomb from May. May was grateful for Teresa's trust. Armed with the power of the Hersher within, she easily defeated numerous enemies.
The power within.
But all her struggles were in vain. When the rebels stepped into the heart of Shiksal, Sirin's persona had already succeeded in fully possessing Kiana. A terrible battle followed. Sirin tore away the Gem of Conquest from May's body and acquired even greater powers. The brutal removal of the Hersher core also took May out of the fight. Just when all hope was lost, Himeko entered into the fray and bravely fought Sirin. Her selfless fight gave everyone the time they needed to escape. Teresa and the exhausted rebels withdrew from Shiksal. They failed to stop Otto and Sirin and became fugitives on the run.
I definitely needed this. This is kind of explaining some of this stuff. I'm hearing some similar things and seeing, you know, what we already watched. So this is all coming together.
In May's life. She couldn't save her best friend. Sirin even took May's core, gaining greater powers to wreak havoc on the entire planet. And in the face of such an enemy, May's only option was to flee. Having been on the run for 4 months, Teresa came across witness reports of Kiana at Arc City, located in Shenzhou. Teresa, Bronya, and May tried contacting an intel dealer named Grey Serpent. Instead, they came across the Ningyo, a cyborg girl who might know Kiana's whereabouts. But Shiksal's agent Rita suddenly appeared and defeated the 3 fugitives. They were forced to retreat with the Ningyo. The bad news was that the Ningyo no longer had any useful data after being formatted by Rita. May, who felt she had been performing poorly in battle, asked Dr. Tesla to make her an augmented battlesuit to work better with her residual Hersher powers. Meanwhile, the fugitives also decided to split their forces in 2. Teresa would respond to Kokolia's request and head to the Deep, located in the Pacific, to retrieve the Gem of Desire. May and Tesla would return to AE headquarters with the Helios to repair the Ningyo for data salvaging and locate Kiana's whereabouts. While May and Tesla worked on the Ningyo, the cyborg suddenly conveyed a message from Rita. Rita revealed that Kiana was indeed in Ark City to investigate a mysterious serpent-backed company. Kiana even agreed to form a temporary alliance with Rita. But Rita soon walked into a world serpent trap and lost her S-rank Valkyrie powers.
Oof.
Kiana was also captured by the world serpent. With little options left, Rita thus decided to call May
Damn,
for
poor
support.
Kiana.
Though suspicious of Rita, May would not give up any chance of reuniting with Kiana and went back to Ark City eventually. May was also surprised that Rita did not lie and even tried working with her. May did get what she wanted, reuniting with Kiana. She asked her friend to return to the Hyperion. However, Kiana chose to stay in Ark to stop the World Serpent from creating an artificial Honkai eruption in the city. A World Serpent mercenary named Raven tried to stop Kiana, and the two girls fought her off, only to realize that Raven succeeded in delaying them. A wounded May could only see her friend tapping into the Forbidden Void powers to send the detonating Honkai reactor away from the city and save millions of people. Kiana passed out from overexerting herself and fell. Her deadly descent was stopped by a tree that sprouted from a lance.
Tree?
May rushed forward to save her friend, only to find out that Durandal, the most powerful S-rank Valkyrie of Schicksal, had arrived first. And this Valkyrie was ordered to take Kiana away. No matter how hard May fought, she couldn't stop Durandal. Once again, the cruel hands of fate tore them apart. The attempted reunion with Kiana at Ark City only deepened May's angst. She was too weak to stop Schicksal, and her weakness allowed them to take Kiana. Though imprisoned at Schicksal's Vemur Labs in North Africa, Kiana managed to escape during the chaos caused by a world serpent attack. She used her void powers again and teleported herself to Nagazora, the place where she first met May. Dr. Tesla detected the energy fluctuations from Kiana's teleportation, and thus the fugitives headed toward the city that was destroyed by the Honkai eruption 3 years ago. May and Tesla arrived at the city ruins and tried looking for Kiana. Instead, they found scavenging children living in shelters who survived the Honkai disaster. And the sensei protector of these children who helped build their shelters was none other than Raven, the world serpent mercenary that May fought in Ark City. When facing rising sea levels and Honkai resurgence, and also due to her need to protect the children, May agreed to set aside hostilities and join forces with Raven. Together, they located Kiana's...
So I haven't said too much so far, but I'm just kind of trying to take in the story. Very interesting so far. Lots with Kiana and May. And we haven't gotten to the one part where Kiana and May were fighting. And that was the last one the last animation I saw. So I think maybe we're about to get, But yeah, Kiana and May don't seem to they haven't got a break so far, and there's a lot of stuff I guess happening behind the scenes that kind of ties some of these animations together. It seems. So I'm guessing that's all the in-game story and whatnot. But this is really cool.
Even defeated the Honkai dragon Benares that was trying to protect its queen.
Benares looks pretty sick.
Raven revealed her intent for coming to Nagazora.
I'm not gonna lie.
She wanted to kill Kiana and end the threat of the Honkai she poses. Nevertheless, Raven gave May a chance to stop herself. May drew her blade without hesitation and ended her brief alliance with Raven. But without her Hersher gem, May was no match against Raven. The mercenary even scoffed at her, calling her no different than an ordinary human. May knew that Raven would kill Kiana once she was defeated. She decided to sacrifice herself and started concentrating Honkai energy within her. Raven was shocked. She just witnessed a coreless ex-Hersher releasing a sudden burst of terrible power. She therefore allowed May to take Kiana away. After enduring many battles and defeats, May was finally able to bring Kiana home.
Hey.
But then Dr. Tesla told her the bad news.
Oh, more bad news.
The Hersher cores within Kiana had overloaded her body with Honkai infection.
Oh no.
She had less than 2 months to live.
Oh.
May found herself utterly helpless after hearing the bad news. She also found that Kiana had lost several senses and could not even taste the food she cooked.
Oh, that's what
serpent,
that
however,
picture
was well aware
was.
of the relationship between May and Kiana. Kevin Kaslana, the sire of the World Serpent, met May in person. He was a previous era survivor and lauded as their most powerful warrior. Kevin promised May that the World Serpent could save Kiana's life, and that would require May to simply become a Honkai Hersher once again. Once May became a Hersher, one of the Hersher cores infecting Kiana would dissipate and reappear in May instead, greatly reducing Kiana's infection. But May would have to leave Kiana and join the World Serpent to ensure that their grand project succeeds. And when Project Stigma successfully reforms the human race and defeats the Honkai, Kiana would no longer have to sacrifice herself to protect the world. To save her dying friend, May accepted the Serpent's offer without hesitation. And shortly after making her choice, a channel into the Sea of Quanta suddenly appeared in Nagazora. It turned out that Otto had fired the second divine key to create a channel right through the sea. And this was only possible because of the deal that Kevin and Otto made a few days ago. Kevin told May that she should take this chance to absorb Honkai energy seeping from Nagazora and complete her metamorphosis. Everything that began in Nagazora would end in the same city. 3 years ago, Kiana stopped May from becoming a Hersher, and the two girls became best friends. And now, May has decided to become a Hersher once more, just to save Kiana. When the transformation is complete, May will have to betray her friends and join forces with the enemy. But that's the price she needs to pay. Entering the darkness is the only way she can return Kiana to bliss. We're happy that you managed to stay with us and reach the end of this video. We would also like to know what you think about the story so far.
I'm liking the story so far. I'd like to see,
such as the World Serpent,
I don't know what I like to. I'd like to see happiness.
Perhaps even secret technologies of the previous era. Do leave your opinions in the comments section. We'll see you next time.
Maybe they'll do mine. This is only 3 years old. But man, hold on before the man. So May became a Hersher to save Kiana. Why were they like? So she's like, you know, she joined the Hershers, but her and Kiana were scrapping that last time. That puts like a new light on it. Even though I got the gist that it was crazy, but man, like dang, that's kind of sad. I hope everything works out somehow with May and Kiana. I don't know, man. That was a good video. Like I said, sorry I wasn't like the most reactive to it. I tried to give my thoughts when I can. I was also trying to take in and absorb the information because it was very informative, really telling me like a lot about what I just watched like the other 2 times and like actually like showing me some stuff. Yeah, sorry about that. The next video now is a new chapter trailer, Reawakening. Some new trailer, chapter. You know, I already said I can't speak. I can't talk. I'm illiterate. Okay. I forget your name, but I know you. Oh, is that King? Is that man, I couldn't get a good look at that person. That's Kevin the sea cucumber. Ooh. Ooh, the feathers. Was that Kiana just like corrupted? Or is that Raven? This might be Raven. Is she riding a missile? Dog. Oh my. Oh dang. Okay, that's definitely Kiana. I think this is Raven. Ooh. Alright, pretty sick. Pretty sick. This next one is called Hashtag Honkai GLB 3rd Anniversary Honkaiimpact 3rd Anniversary Shattered Samsara. If I said that right. Maybe. Let's get watching. Ooh. Oh man. Ooh. Alright, Kiana, let's go. At least I think it's, yeah, let's go. I don't know, to be honest, I'm a little confused to who to root for sometimes. Some people are corrupted here, not corrupted there, infected here, not infected there. These are the good people. These are the, I don't know, I think Kiana and May, you know, Kiana had some corruption, but now she's good, or she was good, so I don't know, I'm rooting for Kiana in this. I'm learning though, I'm learning. The portals. Oh my, yo, Ella. Oh, that's. Oh, it's. Where's the back? Ooh. Yo. Hey. Ooh. Ooh. Come on. Oh. Oh no. Dang. What? Fu Hua? Fu Hua? 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 Was that like her Hersher spirit or something? Or was she covered? I low-key don't know what I'm saying, but I'm trying. she's going back. Oh man. What just happened? Oh. Oh, it's all these characters. Yo. Dang. Wow. I say this every time. I have to tell the music. I was touched with the... But this one especially, like towards the end there, made it like very like emotional, and is still going. Everything changed here and now.
Greetings.
Ooh. That one was... That one was pretty sick. I'm not even gonna lie. That was another banger. Absolutely, that was another banger. Like the animation are so good on these, and like, dang, like, wow. And then, like the action in the beginning was awesome, and then towards the end when it getting like more like the emotional stuff, like her like reuniting with the other character, yeah, that the music hit that one hard, as well as they always do. Alright, so this I'm gonna hit one more video today. I believe this is another like information we got the Operation Center. So I think only the one animation today, but I'm getting a lot of information, which is good. So yeah, hopefully you're vibing. This one is gonna be a little bit longer than the other two, but hopefully that is all right, all vibing. And yeah, I'll definitely keep going next time, and I'll be uploading these up, every so often. Try to be like pretty consistent with it, because thankfully the company that does this, the Honkai company, since they're not with they don't go too hard with copyright, you don't have to edit too much, and I thank them for that a lot. But yeah, this one is called Fu. This is the one at Fu. So maybe this will explain who that was.
Greetings, captains.
Which is I'm very curious.
Honkai Operation Center. As time flows forward, Fu Hua has shaped the history under different names and identities. The 8th Herrscher, who calls herself Fu Hua, has now appeared before us.
Oh,
but
yes.
Who is she really? What is Fu Hua?
Oh, she was the... Okay.
Years? Let's take a closer look at the long and solitary life of a warrior. Fu Hua was born in the lower district of a previous era metropolis. She grew up practicing martial arts after her father and lived a disciplined life. Due to her humble origin, plain appearance, and straight, reserved personality, Fu Hua was a loner when she studied in Sapphire. Only until she saved a classmate during a zombie attack did she gain the acceptance of those around her, and learn to warm up to people. But just when she was beginning to envision a bright future, fate forced her on a path that she had never imagined. The Honkaiimpact tore what she knew apart. The city was burned to the ground and her family and friends were killed. Fu Hua fled and was saved by Moss Squad 5 leader Himiko.
Oh, shit.
In a world where one could not survive alone, Fu Hua could no longer afford to dream and was only left with the mission to eliminate Honkai. Fu Hua joined Moth as a soldier, but she was still too weak to save anything. Cities fell. Billions of lives perished. Her savior, Himiko, died in the hands of her comrades after transforming into a Herrscher. She only had the passion to defeat Honkai, not the power to realize it. In the face of an overwhelming enemy, was running away the best thing she could do? Fu Hua did not accept her fate. Burning with a grudge against her fate, Fu Hua was reborn after challenging death. In an experiment that was deemed lethal, Ikor miraculously fused with her and transformed her into a mantis. And the user of Key of Domination, as well as Feng Huang down, the mantis brought home one victory after another, until the final Herrscher descended. Humanity stood no chance in the decisive war. The few that survived forfeited their civilization. They put themselves into cryogenic sleep so they could start anew when the time arrives.
Oh, wow.
So Fu Hua's story enters the next chapter. After 10 millennia of sleep, Fu Hua was awakened as the executor of Project Ember, whose mission was to guide the people of the new era in developing their civilization and resisting Honkai. Fu Hua was not alone in this. She was surrounded by lifelong friends who genuinely cared for her and wanted her to take back her life. Yet she lost all of them in a judgment-class Honkai disaster. Fu Hua became alone again. As a mantis, she is immortal. As the user of Feng Huang down, her memories last forever. In Fu Hua's near-everlasting life, as fleeting as her interpersonal encounters may be, the inevitable parting that ensued would still scar her for life. With her last friend gone, Fu Hua closed off her heart. She secluded herself from the earthly world, carried on the mission of eliminating Honkai like the programmed robot.
Yeah, these poor freaking characters, man, losing parents, friends, like, they all deserve better.
No mercy for the corrupted became her sole code of conduct. She only cared for the mortals' corruption, not their lives. In 1458 AD, Fu Hua founded the School of Taishuan at Mount Taishuan, Shenzhou. It was to safeguard Shenzhou and cleanse the world of Honkai. The School of Taishuan...
I didn't say this yet, but like some of like the scenery and stuff, whether it's in this or in the like the animations, or like, I guess the Operation Center is like an animation too, a different kind of video. But regardless, anything like the scenery for like some of the stuff of this like world is really nice looking at, especially like that. Like, look, that's pretty sick. That looks like something you'd see out of Legend of Zelda kind of thing. I kind of like that, and I like the city that a few of the shorts were in. That looked pretty. I really like a nice futuristic city, and yeah, just all around like a lot of good vibes out of Honkai right now. A lot of good vibes.
The School of Taishuan, which only had 7 disciples, dominated the martial arts world with the Edge of Taishuan, a secret sword fighting style that could channel Honkai energy. To the ordinary people, Fu Hua was as untouchable as a celestial, and hence was named Phoenix. In 1475 AD, on the Kipchak steppes in Central Asia, Fu Hua single-handedly trounced Chicxul's elite forces and their strongest Valkyrie, Kalin Kaslana. This battle also led Fu Hua's first encounter with Otto Apocalypse, her lifelong rival. In the next year, for reasons unknown, her 7 disciples mutinied and razed Mount Taishuan to the ground. Fu Hua was grievously injured, having lost her full power and immortality.
Bro, you see?
Withdrew from the world, since she could not protect Shenzhou and...
I don't even mean to laugh, but bro, like, it's like once these characters are up, they go right back down. Like, she just had a decisive victory. Like, it's crazy. Oh, man.
On the state, she made a pact with Otto. Fu Hua joined Chicxul and worked for Otto. In return, Otto pledged to watch over Shenzhou in her stead. In 2000 AD, the second Honkai eruption brought total destruction. It was later known as the most devastating Honkai disaster of the current era. In a few days, multiple major cities were destroyed, resulting in millions of casualties. In this war, Schicksal and the anti-entropy fought back in full force. Fu Hua was dispatched to subdue the Herschers as a Schicksal Valkyrie. In Fu Hua's long life, she has never ceased rethinking what fighting means, so she may one day slay all Herschers and eliminate Honkai. By then, she had found the way of defeating a Herrscher. With unparalleled combat experience and Feng Huang Down's power, Fu Hua overwhelmed the pseudo-Herrscher of fire and temporarily suppressed the second Herrscher, who possessed 6 Herrscher cores. Yet even with such nigh immeasurable power, she could not defeat the second Herrscher, who was under the protection of the will of Honkai. At the critical moment, Fu Hua sacrificed Feng Huang Down and her memories to activate Feng Huang Down's first power, Taishuan Eminence. It severely wounded the second Herrscher and cut off her connection with the will of Honkai, creating an opening for humanity to turn the tables. Fighting this war cost Fu Hua her memories and most of her power. Over a decade later, Fu Hua enrolled at St. Freya as an undercover agent. She became the class monitor of Kiana's class, to surveil the activity of the Herrscher of the Void inside Kiana. Although she approached Kiana and her friends with an ulterior motive, she regained long-lost friendships and bonds in a campus life full of joy and laughters. She carried out Otto's orders while secretly helping out Kiana and her friends to protect an addictive yet fragile balance of fate. However, the mission of eliminating Honkai ultimately made her side with the other end. She took away Kiana and helped Otto rouse the Herrscher of the Void. Little did she know that Otto did not play by the contract. He only roused the Herrscher for his selfish desires, not to protect others.
So Otto is the stooge.
He shot her. To stop Otto's plan, Fu Hua activated Feng Huang Down's 0th power before dying, to transfer her sentience partially into the feathers and bind her sentience with Kiana's soul.
Oh, there's the
Feng
feathers.
Huang Down, which bore Fu Hua's sentience, led Himiko to the power that could confront the Herrscher of the Void and provide the serum that could quell the Honkai energy inside Kiana. When Bronya was trapped in Grey's Serpent's Mind Labyrinth, Feng Huang Down appeared in time to help her escape. After the Herrscher of the Void begot a Honkai eruption, Kiana sunk into self-blame and loss. It was Fu Hua's sentience that supported her and taught her how to harness the Herrscher power. At last, to protect Kiana, Fu Hua's sentience burned herself out in the battle against Kevin and fell into a slumber. However, that was not the end of her story. After the Schicksal battle, Otto repaired her body, only to revive a Fu Hua that was not the fighter who upheld her mission above all else and abolished her own desires. She had the looks of Fu Hua, but uttered frivolous, arrogant, and impetuous words. She had the memories of Fu Hua, but could not understand the motives underpinning them.
So is she the one in the
as much as Fu Hua,
the first
but she was
one?
no different from Honkai in action.
Maybe.
Purely driven by a desire for destruction, she destroyed. She killed Otto's clone and demolished half of Schicksal's headquarters. To vent her desire for destruction, she fought
that's
Durandal
one.
and Kevin, to trick Fu Hua's sentience in Feng Huang Down into submitting to her. She varnished over her motive time and again. To win the trust of Kiana and Bronya, she lured them into her memories to elicit their sympathy. In the end, she was not Fu Hua, but the 8th Herrscher born from her memories. Perhaps to the 8th Herrscher, this story that perpetuated itself for 50,000 years is an elaborated, pitiable tragedy.
Wow.
The Fu Hua that constrained herself and lived solely for her mission was nothing but a failure. She wanted to become a better Fu Hua. Perhaps the girl bathing in the sun on the grass 50,000 years ago would have had the same idea had she had learned the story of her life. It is a life that has seen too many betrayals, lies, and sacrifices. However, it is also a life that shaped Fu Hua into the remarkable fighter that her friends believe in and rely upon. What does the future have in store for her? We will find out together.
So that learned more about Fu Hua, and so that I did Kiana just save her then in that last one, and free her from the I don't exactly know what, but the thing. I'm so I promise I'm really enjoying this, and like I'm taking in all the information I can, but you know, I'd be lying if I said I still wasn't a little confused in some areas, and I've seen some comments. I thank you for any sort of like, you know, like information and help, but yeah, I think I'm getting the basic stuff though. I'm getting it, and yeah, so yeah, I don't know, Fu Hua, Mei, and Kion. I think they just all deserve better. They deserve better, and you know, they deserve happiness. But yeah, all right. So this was a lot of information in this one. So is that what this is gonna be? Is it gonna be like there's some animation and then like an operation that kind of explains it? Maybe not always, but sometimes. It's kind of like the pattern we're going off. So I'm not really not sure, but yeah, really cool stuff. I mean, the characters are pretty sick. And I think that is gonna do it for this particular reaction. Don't worry though, we still have a lot more to go. Still have a lot more to watch, and I am excited to learn more, attempt to learn more. Hopefully, you know, maybe some more happiness for Kiana and Mei, and I don't know, like Fu Hua. I'm not really sure if who is like actually dead or not. And we talked about some clones too. I think Otto seems like a stooge. I mean, his clone was killed. Kevin and that other person, I don't know if they're good or not. 50,000 years though. They're talking about, that's crazy. Like that is insane. Fu Hua definitely deserves better and deserves happiness too, man. Alright though, that is gonna do it. Don't worry, stay tuned for more Honkai reactions out of me. If you missed the first two, like I said, feel free, those on the channel, check those out. If you're all caught up, stay tuned for my fourth Honkai reaction. Like or dislike, subscribe or don't subscribe, you know it's always up to you, and I will see you guys in the next video you watch of me. Goodbye!